Hey Super Saiyan fans, welcome to Saiyan Media Z. Today we're diving into the thrilling saga of Dragon Ball GT. From Goku's unexpected transformation to the battles against the evil dragons, we're delivering all the details of this epic journey. So grab your senzu beans and power up, because we're about to dissect the action-packed adventure of Dragon Ball GT. 5 years have passed since the 28th Tenkaichi Budokai, when Goku took Oob with him to train him and make him a warrior worthy of the name. While Goku and Oob are training, 3 brigands named Pilaf, Mai, and Shu infiltrate Kami's palace in paradise to steal the Dragon Balls. They find mysterious Dragon Balls with black stars, not the red ones they're supposed to be. They were created by Piccolo Daimao before he and Kami split up and their strength halved. These Dragon Balls, also known as Ultimate Dragon Balls, are more powerful than normal ones. Pilaf and his gang summon Shenron Ultimi, which differs greatly from Shenron in size and color, being red instead of green. Goku noticed something unusual and found Pilaf and his gang. Seeing he could do nothing about Goku, Pilaf inadvertently wishes Goku back to his childish size. Shenron complies and grants his wish. Afterwards, Kaio explains to Goku that if he wishes to return to his normal size, he must ask Ultimate Shenron to grant his wish, as normal Dragon Balls can do nothing. On the other hand, DB Ultimates are harder to find because they're not scattered all over the Earth, but all over the universe. Goku, unconcerned, heads home to his family. After explaining the situation to Chi-Chi and the others, Kaio tells Goku that if the Ultimate Dragon Balls are not reunited on Earth within a year, it will explode. Bulma therefore prepares a spaceship that will enable them to travel through space in order to collect the Ultimate Dragon Balls accompanied by Trunks. Goku boards the ship and finds Pan on board, who takes them directly into space. A week or so later, a part of the ship comes loose due to Pan's earlier damage. Trunks decides to make a forced landing at the risk of the ship exploding. They then land on a densely populated planet called Imega. The inhabitants of this planet are obsessed with money, without which they can't live, given that a dictator named Don Kia is stealing all their possessions. Nose immediately set off in search of spare parts to repair their ship. On this planet, they encounter a mysterious robot that has swallowed the Dragon Radar, a robot they later named Jiru. What's more, the planet's inhabitants rob them of their ship. Goku, Trunks, and Pan go to Don Kia's house to confront him in order to recover their ship. However, they come face to face with Don Kia's best soldier, Rejik. Goku, confident of his strength and abilities, confronts him, easily overcoming him with the power of his Super Saiyan. After recovering their spare parts and putting an end to Don Kia's repressive system, Giru, who has assimilated the functions of the Dragon Radar, indicates where the next Dragon Ball is located. During their travels, our friends succeed in recovering a Dragon Ball on a planet where the size of any object or living creature is greater than on Earth, and another on a planet where its inhabitants are oppressed by an earthquake monster called Zunima. But when the villagers give them the Dragon Balls, a mysterious man suddenly appears and steals the Dragon Ball from Pan, fleeing in his ship. Goku, Trunks, and Pan chase him through space, and this pursuit leads them to the planet Bihi, infested with super-powered monsters called Mumas. Then the thief, Sonpara, introduces himself and his 2 brothers, Danpara and Bonpara. The 3 brothers perform a surprising dance that also makes Goku, Trunks, and Pan dance against their will. Their dance is interrupted, however, by the Mumas who have been attracted by this mysterious technique. They then set out to find the stolen Dragon Ball, when suddenly Pan and Jiru inadvertently activate the voice command on the 3 brothers' ship and take off for the planet Lude. Pan separates from Jiru, who has spotted a Dragon Ball signal coming from a castle. She manages to get in, but is spotted by the guards. At the same time, Trunks and Goku arrive with the 3 brothers and find Jiru. Pan is transformed into a doll, and Goku and Trunks immediately come to her rescue. Following this, Goku and Trunks battle Lude. At the same time, Doltaki, holding Pan, talks to Dr. Mew. Dr. Mew reveals his plans to conquer the galaxy and transforms Doltaki into a doll and sends him and Pan to be absorbed by Lude, increasing the mutant's power tenfold. Inside the Mutan, Pan finds the Parapara brothers who help him communicate to Goku Lude's weak point, which is to hit the red cell near Lude's heart from the outside and the inside at the same time. After several attempts, our friends manage to coordinate their 2 attacks and defeat the mutant. Our heroes resume their expedition, recovering a 3rd Dragon Ball, found on a totally deserted planet after Pan's teenage crisis. A few days later, they arrive on Jiru's home planet. Arriving on his planet, Jiru begins to behave suspiciously and leads Trunks, Goku, and Pan to a dead-end street where they are greeted by 4 powerful robots who claim that Jiru is one of them. Goku and Trunks fall asleep after inhaling the soporific gas from one of the robots, and are kidnapped along with the Dragon Balls. Pan, for his part, follows the robots and confronts them in the hope of saving Trunks and Goku, but unfortunately, she is taken back by surprise. At the same time, Goku manages to free himself and Trunks wakes up. He takes Pan back to the ship, and Goku takes on the robots who have kidnapped him. After taking charge, Goku joins Trunks and Pan, then confronts General Rild. This new enemy freezes Trunks and sends him to a tower where he is to be taken to Dr. Mew for study. Following this incident, Goku confronts Rild. Pan, meanwhile, tries to save Trunks but is unable to do so, and is sent to Mew for good. Rild reveals his true form and takes the lead. After a fierce battle, he manages to capture Goku and Pan, just like Trunks, and are sent to Dr. Mew. Giru comes to Goku and Pan's rescue and saves them from Dr. Mew's clutches. Trunks, meanwhile, had managed to escape, and joins Goku and Pan to explain that Giru's pseudo-betrayal was his plan to fool Mew. He also explains that he has discovered the existence of the ultimate mutant created by Mew, a mutant called Baby, despite having sabotaged the central computer, which would cause Baby's death. 9 months have passed since Goku, Pan, and Trunks set off in search of the Dragon Balls. They managed to recover the last 3 Dragon Balls. Meanwhile, Baby infiltrates Earth and parasitizes Goten's body, Gohan's, Vegeta's, and those of all Earth's inhabitants except Boo and Mr. Satan. Before being controlled by the mutant, Vegeta discovers that Baby is a Tsufel, a people once decimated by the Saiyans, out for revenge. After retrieving the 7 ultimate Dragon Balls, Goku, Pan, and Trunks arrive on Earth. After returning home, Trunks is greeted by Baby and is immediately controlled by the mutant Goku and Pan. Meanwhile, Face, Gohan, and Goten, both possessed Trunks, and Bra, also possessed, join them as well as Baby Vegeta. Despite Goku's Super Saiyan 3, Baby dominates the fight and overtakes Goku. The 4 possessed Saiyans and all the Earthlings offer their strength to Baby Vegeta, who evolves into a new form and finishes Goku off with his ultimate attack, leaving him for dead. With no opponent left to stand in his way, Baby Vegeta summons Shenron and expresses his wish to replicate the planet Plant, formerly inhabited by the Tsufels and colonized by the Saiyans. From then on, all Earth's inhabitants migrated to the new Tsufel planet. At the same time, Goku, supposedly dead, arrives in the Sugoroku dimension and is greeted by Sugero. He offers to play a game, and if Goku wins, he can come back to life. But Goku discovers that Sugero has been cheating him and his son and runs away from the dimension. Goku now finds himself in the Kaioshinkai, where he begins his training under the supervision of the Ro Kaioshin. His training consists of regrowing his tail of Saiyans, which will then release his buried power according to the Ro Kaioshin. Pan, Mr. Satan, and Boo infiltrate Tsufel. They are immediately spotted by Gohan, who goes straight for his daughter. Oob arrives in time to save her from her father's clutches and then attacks Baby. Overcome by Baby Vegeta's power, Oob is saved by Boo and merges with him, Oob being the reincarnation of evil. Oob opposes Baby Vegeta a second time, exploiting his new power, but despite this power-up, Oob is defeated after being turned into chocolate. At the same time, Goku's tail has finally finished growing back. He hurries to Baby and unleashes his supposed new strength. Unfortunately, he realizes that his strength hasn't increased and is retamed just like Oob. At that moment, Goku sees the Earth, considering it as the moon. His tail reacts and he transforms into Uzaru, initially brown. His coat is now golden. Goku loses control in the form of Uzaru and destroys everything around him. In a burst of courage, his granddaughter Pan recalls his memories with her, and thanks to this, Goku comes to his senses, and his new strength awakens. He reconnects with his Saiyan origins and transforms into Super Saiyan 4, the ultimate form of any Saiyan filled with rage. Goku rushes off to confront Baby. The mutant is powerless against Goku's Super Saiyan 4, who crushes him with his colossal strength. Seeing Baby Vegeta's helplessness, Bulma insults him with Blutz waves, enabling him to acquire the power of Golden Uzaru. Baby keeps her wits about her in this form and surpasses the power of Goku, who has just acquired Super Saiyan 4. After a fierce battle, they both fall to the ground. At the same time, Kibitoshin takes the opportunity to retrieve Choshinsui, a water that can purify the body of any curse or poison. He purifies Dende, Mr. Popo, and Trunks. However, the mutant is back on his feet before Trunks arrives, thanks to Bulma, who injects him with Blutz waves to replenish his energy. Goku is also back on his feet, but is sorely lacking in power. Goten, Gohan, Trunks, and Pan come to Goku's rescue and transfer their energies to him so that he can reach Super Saiyan 4 full power. As soon as the fight begins, Goku overpowers Baby, then destroys his tail so that he can return to his basic form. Moreover, unable to hold on to Vegeta's body, Vegeta emerges from his shell, and Vegeta is saved. Baby takes flight, but Goku sends him into the sun with his Kamehameha, and the mutant dies instantly. At the end of this battle, our friends propagate Choshin Sui to free all Earthlings from Baby's grip. However, the ultimate Dragon Balls weren't sealed in time because Baby used them, so there are only 2 weeks left before the Earth explodes. The Z-Warriors transport all the Earthlings to Tsuful except Piccolo, who wishes to share Earth's tragic fate, being the one who once, when he was one with Piccolo Daimao, created the ultimate Dragon Balls, which means that if he dies, those same Dragon Balls will disappear. Piccolo does die as a result of the Earth explosion sometime later. Thanks to the Dragon Balls of Namek, Earth was recreated and peace returned. In the depths of hell, Dr. Gero and Dr. Mew join forces to take revenge on Goku. Kaio tells Goku that the world of the living and the other world have strangely stuck together. Suddenly, two N-17 open the gates of hell and link the two worlds. Mew and Gero's plan is to merge the two N-17, perfecting them and creating the ultimate android. All the enemies previously vanquished by our friends come out of hell and wreak havoc on Earth. The Z-Warriors mobilize to protect the Earth and its inhabitants from all their enemies, with the exception of Goku, who decides to go to hell to confront evil at its source. Gero and Mayu set a trap for him and lock him in hell, where he faces Freezer and Cell, whom he neutralizes quite easily due to the colossal difference in strength between them. On Earth, the two N-17s manage to merge and make way for Super N-17. Goku, meanwhile, arrives on Earth to challenge Super N-17, thanks to Piccolo, who has managed to link the two worlds a second time with Dende's help. After betraying and killing Dr. Gero, Mew orders Super N-17 to fight Goku. Goku switches to Super Saiyan 4 and unleashes a series of Kikoha on Super N-17, but the latter absorbs them, giving him more power after using the Jubai Kamehameha. Goku realized that Super N-17 was absorbing all his Kikoha, but it was too late. Just as he was about to finish off Goku, N-18 stepped in. She makes him believe that if he attacks her, the bomb that Shenron once took from him will explode and kill him instantly. He kills Dr. Mayu, calling him a coward, and at the same time, Goku finds the weak point of his regeneration and finishes him off with a Ryuken Bakuhatsu, followed by a Kamehameha. After Super N-17's defeat, the Z-Team gathers the strangely cracked Dragon Balls to repair the damage on Earth and resurrect Krillin, killed by N-17. Surprisingly, Shenron doesn't appear after being summoned, but some kind of evil dragon comes out instead. He absorbs the Dragon Balls one by one and releases 7 evil dragons which scatter to the 4 corners of the Earth. Kibitoshin contacts our friends and explains that their excessive use of Dragon Balls is the cause of the current problem, because the more they use them, the more the negative energy contained in the Dragon Balls increases, and after a while this negative energy will overtake the positive energy they contain. This is how the evil dragon was created. Goku decides to go in search of the 7 evil dragons in order to defeat them. Pan joins him in his search with Jiru. They recover 1 Dragon Ball after battling Ryan Shinron, another after getting rid of Ushinran, a third after fighting Ryu Shinran, and finally a 4th after fighting Chi Shinran. On their way to the 5th Dragon Ball, they encounter Su Shinran. Seeing that his power is far superior to that of previous dragons, Goku confronts him directly in Super Saiyan 4. His brother San Shinran intervenes and stops the fight after attacking Pan. San Shinran attacks Goku and dishonestly imprisons him in his ice cream. After all his trickery, Goku finally kills him with the Ryuken Bakuhatsu. Su Shinran abandons the fight and befriends Goku. Suddenly Ishinran appears and tries to kill Goku, but Su Shinran saves him and loses his life. A fight ensues between Ishinran and Goku, but as the most powerful of the evil dragons, Ishinran easily overpowers Goku. Everyone comes to Goku's rescue. Gohan, Goten, and Trunks offer him all their key reserves. Goku's power is so ferocious that he overcomes Ishinran, but Ishinran suddenly swallows the Dragon Balls and releases his true form. After a long battle against Ishinran's new power, Vegeta appears and transforms into Uzaru thanks to Bulma's Blutzwave emitter. He then quickly regains his senses and transforms from Golden Uzaru to Super Saiyan 4 with ease. However, Vegeta realizes that even the strength of 2 Super Saiyan 4 is no match for Ishinran, so he suggests to Goku that they merge to acquire a colossal new power. Goten, Gohan, and Trunks save them time, and they manage to merge. Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 appears. His speed and strength are beyond compare. His superiority is evident from the very first seconds of the fight. Ishinran sends out his most powerful attack, La Power Ball, but Gogeta returns it with ease while converting it into positive energy in order to free the Earth from the negative energy surrounding it due to the evil dragons. He finally uses the Big Bang Kamehameha. They decide to use it again, but the fusion ends because of the extra power caused by Super Saiyan 4. Seeing this, Ishinran gathers the Dragon Balls in his body a second time to regain his true form, but Goku swallows Su Chinchu, the one given to him by his grandfather. Our friends are desperate. Goku and Vegeta try to merge a second time, but Ishinran stops them. In the end, Goku and Vegeta find a way to merge, but Goku has consumed too much power and reverts to his normal form. This means they can no longer fuse, as they need the same level of power to do so. Strangely, Su Chinchu appears on Goku's forehead and pulls out Sushinran, who defends him from an Ishinran attack. But suddenly, Goku and Sushinran attack Ishinran by surprise. Sushinran launches his best attack against him, but he survives his attack by taking over Sushinran's body. Vegeta runs out of energy and can no longer transform into SSJ-4. After using an Earth-destroying technique on Goku, Ishinran spreads his negative energy over the whole Earth. All the Saiyans on site, except Pan, oppose the ultimate evil dragon in despair, when suddenly Goku, presumed dead, resurfaces while preparing a Genkidama. This Genkidama, which Goku is preparing, gathers the energy of all Earthlings, but also the energy of all their friends in the four corners of the universe, receives all this energy at once, and launches the universal Genkidama, which disintegrates Ishinran and all its negative energy. The DBs return to normal, and Shenron exits without being summoned. He heals Goku's wounds, then announces that he can no longer let the Z-Team rely heavily on the DBs, and that he will disappear with these magic balls. He does, however, grant Goku's last wish, which is to resurrect all the Earthlings who died as a result of this chaos. With his wish granted, he invites Goku to climb on his back and rides off with Shenron, then merges with the Dragon Balls one by one, and disappears in a burst of light.